And welcome back to TBD. Today we're going to start off with the 12 principles of animation. This is critically important to all types of motion design, from UX and UI to motion graphics, 3D, and traditional animation. I cannot do a better job than Alan Becker at explaining these 12 principles, so please follow the link in the description below to watch all 12 of his videos in detail. They're entertaining and really informative. But without further ado, here's a very quick run-through. Here are the 12 principles of animation by Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnson. So there's squash and stretch, anticipation, staging, which is making sure that everything is unmistakably clear, straight ahead and or pose to pose, which is a choice of animation style. Then you have follow-through and overlapping action. You have easing, arcs, secondary action, exaggeration, solid drawing, and finally appeal. Alright, so let's move on to applying some of these things to some kinetic type. So we're going to start with kinetic type because, in all honesty, it constrains the number of principles you need to be concerned with, and it allows you to break some of the rules. So you look at Sonara.ai, and we go to probability. We look at this animation. This animation is at 60 frames per second. And if you remember, what they were saying is that only like robots move in a consistent way. And so we could get away with a high frame rate. In fact, a high frame rate was preferred because we're trying to make this seem like an automated computer generated thing, which is basically a robot, right? When we're doing kinetic type, it lets us get away with similar things where we can break some of the principles or even exaggerate some of the principles in order to achieve what we're looking for. I'll give an example of kinetic type that I did a while ago for Stone Mill Bakery. And you'll see how the type tries to go along with the audio. I think this one has audio. So we're going to start with Adobe Animate. Adobe Animate is the better tool to use for animation. You can use After Effects for animation, but you'll even see it says New Composition. After Effects is more of a composition program, so you're going to start in something like Animate and then generate either a sprite sheet or a image sequence or a video that you will then take into After Effects and then apply more things to it. So let's go ahead. Let's also bring up our website because I need color. Color for our work. Go here. You can even see some of the animations that we've already done on our site using a combination of code and frame-by-frame animation. So we want the stage to be that. Perfect. Save this. Motion. Graphics. Tutorial. Alright. So, this is where I need some help from Rusty, Morgan and Chris. So this is where we needed to select some royalty-free YouTube music, and so I asked the guys to give me suggestions, and we spent the next 15 minutes looking for a dope track to animate to. Alright, so we got color, we've got music, right? So, then let's use a font. Put this over here, and we will use Monster App because it is the other official font, and I feel like you can do more with it. Oh, it's because it's point, not pixels. Alright, fair. Alright, so let's look at these tracks that we just downloaded. Alright, so we're going to open up Adobe Audition. So many programs. Adobe Audition is an audio editing program. This is going to be loud. Alright. Let's start from here. So I'm just gonna delete that. And we'll end it there. So I'll delete that. File. Save as a WAV file. Good old-fashioned lossless. Wait. Oh, here we go. WAV. Yeah, that's all we need to do there. We can close that out. And so this is how I'm going to figure this out, right? So I want you guys to pay attention and listen to the tempo, pay attention to the number of seconds, and when the beats drop and at what second, right? So that, to me, sounds like either a 3/4 or a 2/4 beat. Right? So basically, if we do 24 frames per second, it would be every 12 seconds we're hitting a beat. Every 12 frames. Right? If we're doing 30 frames per second, then it's more. So I guess the first question is 60 frames, 30 frames, 24 frames. What do you think? It feels a little... It feels dirty, so maybe we do 24, we do standard film.